Congress MP Rahul Gandhi on British soil asking for European and American intervention in saving Indian democracy. Is Indian democracy really under threat, or is the Congress party facing an existential threat? And is Rahul in his head interchanging the threat to the Congress and linking it to what he perceives as the threat to India's democracy? To talk about this, I am joined on the news track by a key aide of Rahul Gandhi heading the Congress's social media operations, Supriya Shrinate. With us, the man leading the charge on the part of the BJP against Rahul Gandhi asking for foreign intervention on India's parliament, on India's democracy. Amit Malviya is with us on this broadcast. For how this is playing out in Europe, internationally and in India, Sushant Sareen, leading strategic affairs expert, joins us, as does Sanjay Jha, who's been in and out of the Congress, and Swati Chaturvedi, well-known political analyst. I want to start by getting Supriya Shrinate to explain why Rahul Gandhi seeking American, European intervention in saving India's democracy is something you think is correct, because ordinarily, if there is a challenge to our democracy, it ought to be fought from within the country. You don't have Indian democratic leaders going abroad and saying, come and help us. This is almost like calling on a foreign country to do your job. You should be fighting for our democracy. If you think there's anything wrong with the way Prime Minister Modi and Amit Malviya and the BJP are running this government, why are you asking for American and European help? Supriya Shrinate, let's start from there.
It's quite ridiculous and actually very shameless and brazen for large sections of the BJP, and I'm saying large sections, to turn into 2 rupee trolls, distort Mr. Gandhi's versions, speak blatant lies, and for some sections of the media to amplify it without even putting their minds and fact-checking it. And with your kind permission, I think let the man speak for himself. I will play a 35-second bite of Shri Rahul Gandhi and exactly what he has said. Before I go any further, Rahul, I had always thought that the BJP struggled with putting Hindi out because that's what they were doing. They were distorting the truth during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. It seems they struggle with translations in English as well. What else explains a perfectly banal statement made actually about putting Indian democracy, calling it a public good, at the center, and the BJP making a hue and cry about it? And I hate to say this, some of the people who represent the BJP here or otherwise are actually acting like 2 rupee trolls. They have been called out time and again for spreading fake news, and they continue to do so because that is what their whole existence is all about. And I will seek your indulgence for 35 seconds as I play this bite, because this bite needs to go to the people and for the people to understand such blatant lies being peddled by fake news, fake news departments of the BJP and some sections of the media. Just seeking your indulgence, please, because this is important that people should know what exactly had he said.
No, it's our problem, right? It's an internal problem. It's an Indian problem. And the solution is going to come from inside. It's not going to come from outside.
And he goes on to say that 1.4 billion people inhabit the Indian democratic system, and the fate of our democracy is going to determine the fate of democracies on the planet. He is putting India right at the center of democratic values, and people have an issue with it. I really want to understand. Do they not understand English? Are they failing to translate into Hindi? What's really happening here?
You've set the context for this debate, and you've also done what you're accusing the BJP of doing, which is playing one part of the comment, because he does go on to say that Europe and the United States aren't doing enough when Indian democracy in danger. So he said both things.